So for the Bulls, Gibson comes in for Portis, and it's Dunleavy in for Justin Holiday. Chicago leading by 12.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
And finished off by Gasol.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Takes the 13-footer. Offensive rebound. Portis can't get it to go.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Down low. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
And it's Rose penetrating. Lays it up and banks it in. Rose has got his first points in this one.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Nice shot by McDermott. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Moore with the bucket.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Bulls trailed by 14. Knocked away. Moore with the steal. Stolen by Brooks. Holiday, the pass to Brooks. From 15 feet away. Can't get it to go. The Bulls have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Moore. And the Bulls get it back. Portis can't get it to go. Stolen by Noah. Shoots from 12. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
In the corner, it's McDermott. Fires the three. Mirotic grabs the miss. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Here's McDermott. And another shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for McDermott. And Moore subbed in for Justin Holiday. And that one's good.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's Gasol. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was...
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Chicago. They lead by 13. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Bulls trail by 13. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Bulls. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in the small forward position.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
It's deflected. Here's McDermott. Releases from the wing and drills it. McDermott's got 6.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Here's Rose. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I think there's still enough time for them here, Kevin. I think there's a good chance they can make it happen.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
The Bulls leading by 14. Brooks kicks to Moore. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 4th assist in this one.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. Justin Holiday comes in for each one more. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. He's off on the 2nd. That'll go on McDermott. That's foul number 2 for him. That'll be a 5-second call.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
The Bulls leading by 16. Bulls moving the ball around. Brooks from outside. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Bulls have had a great rebounding team for a long time now. Last season was no different.
Yeah, so many categories to measure how well a team rebounds. The Bulls were in the top 3 in almost all of them.
Some changes for Chicago. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for McDermott. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Brooks.
As for the Bulls and rebounding, I mean, they were 2nd in the league in winning contested rebounds. That's another data analytics stat for you folks. 2nd overall in total rebounds, too.
And he sinks the 2nd.
And with the big men the Bulls have, it's easy to see why they rebound so well. But make no mistake, guards and bigs alike rebound well on this Bulls team.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost them.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
That'll be a 5-second call.
The turnover difference hasn't been in their favor, but you know what? It hasn't really slowed them down too much. I like the fact they're staying aggressive here.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis is checked in for Mirotic. Doug McDermott comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Morris checked in for Justin Holiday. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And there's the pass to Portis. It's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Bulls making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Here is Brooks. He's got 5. Launches a 3. But they recover it. Noah kicks to Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 8 points for Brooks.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Noah with the block. And that one's good. Brooks has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Gasol to stop the run. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Joakim Noah. The Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. No good on that one. Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. And the second free throw, good. Chicago leading by 23. Brooks kicks it to Noah. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Pau Gasol.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Joakim Noah.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Butler. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Butler's got 8.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
They get it again. Brooks. Noah with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Portis. taken away by Holiday. And it's Ejuan Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Chicago. The drive by...
That athletic.
Yeah.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he, man? Oh, man.
Does he ever? And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
The three, another three for Chicago.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Here's Brooks. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got his third rebound tonight. Here's McDermott. And Butler sends it back. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Noah. Chicago grabs the miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Passes to Portis. Second shot opportunity. And it's Noah laying it in. Noah's got 4 points in the quarter.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Bulls running away with this one. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Bulls shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Butler teams with Dunleavy on the perimeter. And it's Rose in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Into the Bulls, shooting reasonably well, 45%. Gibson with the steal. Outside Gasol. Got a piece of it. Gibson with the steal. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Rose against Rose. Dunleavy for 3. And the shot is good. Dunleavy's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bulls.
Yeah.
And guys, what do you think about the
Boy, their pounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, they've also done a great job playing space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Chicago making some changes.
Portis,
he's checked in.
Minecraft of zo.
Doug McDermott comes in for Dunleavy.
Ja,
And Justin Holiday subbed in
Ja.
for Butler.
wil je spelen?
Ja,
Good aggressive
Ben-
finish right there.
ik ben nog
Usually
één,
he gives those to his teammates.
nog even dingen aan het spelen, een matchje. Duurt niet zo lang niet meer, hè.
From deep, Rose. The
Gaan we
rebound by
blok
Holiday.
doen?
Ja, is
That's
goed.
a look you cannot pass up. It's also
Oh, dat is nog
one you
beter.
shouldn't miss.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field
3
since we
minuten.
started the final
Dan,
quarter of play.
Kan ik spelen.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Portis. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He power serves that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a manny. That's a facial.
Ja.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Miritich is checked in for the Bulls. Justin Holiday comes in for Butler.
Heb je
To
dying
the right
light?
wing. Outside
Dying
Holiday.
light.
Ja,
It's good. This time the
Where
assist
is that
from
dying
Rose.
light?
het
They
is
stepped up their three-point
spelletje
shooting game
met
in the second
zombies.
half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Dying
Not
light.
lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams
Kijk,
get
maar dat is
conservative
niks.
once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Ja,
A little over
Yeah.
2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
oké.
Here's McDermott. The
En
shot
die
is
potje
off.
al gedaan.
Now, nice work there to
Nog
contest
2
the
minuten.
finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his
Ja, niet naar
defense,
winners, hè.
I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Het is nog moeilijk
Too
voor
little,
te
too late.
winnen.
They
Ja.
may as well just let the clock run and save their energy
Ik was
for
aan het
another day.
uitzenden en ik had
Clark, you know,
problemen met mijn
sometimes
uitzending.
frustration just shows through in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Dan heet
Here's what
Italiaans
Chicago's going with right
Italiaans,
now.
ja.
Dunleavy's check in for
en
Miritich.
Engels.
And it's Butler in for Justin Holiday.
Ja, maar ik spreek Engels, maar ik ben niet Engels.
Nice shot by Portis.
Just a positive force right now for these guys.
Ben Belg
This team
en
has
Italiaan.
fallen a bit short. It's not because of him.
He
En welke level zit er
contact and
op
they call the foul.
ik
He's
denk
on his way to
Black
the
Ops?
free throw line.
Zevende
So, for the
prestige, of
Noah comes in for Taj Gibson.
ja, 7
And Brooks
prestige.
subbed in for McDermott.
Level 7.
Prestige 7.
That's tipped.
Ja,
The Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even
Denk
50% from the field.
is dat
And
goed?
Gibson sends it back.
Je zet prestige 1 level 7.
Ja,
Gasol inside,
Ik zit
covered by Noah.
prestige
Noah with the
5
block.
level 12.
Out of bounds, Bulls
Oh.
ball as Chicago keeps possession.
ja.
Doe dan search and destroy.
Ja, is
Well,
goed.
if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Gasol kicks to Butler.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just,
minuut.
at times, Mark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse,
20.
Kevin, quite
Yeah.
honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
Hoeveel
I mean,
minuten
when
is
you look at the
nog?
stats, you'll
Minuut
see
en
just
9.
how dominant a game this was.
9
for Derrick
minuten.
Rose.
Nee, 1
A big
minuut.
part of their success was his ability
één.
to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions here.
Gasol's shot is good.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
That's a two from Butler. It's hauled in by Noah.
Laten we niet zien gewonnen.
On that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that
Zijn
defensive
gewonnen?
pressure.
Nee,
Out
verloren.
of bounds as
Bijna
Chicago gains possession.
verloren.
So Chicago going with an almost
Ja,
Ah,
ik zie nog,
ga nu op Black Ops.
Portis. He's
ja, ik
checked
zie
in
nog aan het
for Gasol.
spelen. Nog
Justin Holiday comes in. to
Ah.
Dunleavy.
Even,
Equan Moore is
nog,
checked in for Butler. And it's
heel
Brooks in
eventjes,
for
maar-
Derrick Rose.
Bulls foul call. Taj Gibson. That's his first personal foul. Shooting.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
So 1
PMD.
for 2 that time
Ja.
at the stripe.
Hoe noem je
Here's
hij?
Chicago.
Carlo.
Wat?
Carlo.
Gibson dishes to Brooks.
Carlo.
Ja,
Let's
Hij
go.
noemt Carlo.
ja.
Missed.
Ah.
And it's
Yeah.
Moore penetrating. Goes back up.
Ikke.
And Noah with the layup.
Mano.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height
Mano.
advantage and expect to contest it.
Brooks, that's a two-pointer.
Mano maakt de
And so
nog
Chicago
bij.
takes this one, and by a big
Met de
margin.
R.
It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in
Mano.
total control, operating flawlessly, and
De R.
like the other, just searching for answers that they could
Mano.
never find.
Zeg maar
I
dan
think these fans, too, Kevin, gave
Is that
their
your
team a
fantastico?
tremendous lift.
Joe
And they never
Fantastico.
gave up on them. From the opening
Ja,
tip until
dan
the
wil
end of
ik
the
op de
game,
play.
they were in it. And that
Ja.
certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Ik heb
Maar ik had
gedaan,
hem
hè.
al lang als vriend. Maar ik wist gewoon zijn naam niet meer.
Ja.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe.
Gaan we Black Ops spelen? Oké.